All right, so we're going to start today with a guy called Luke's Outpost. Now, this guy was sent to me. He got the Shill access. That's him sitting in the Razor Crest right there at the Mando Studios. And I never heard of this guy before, but this was sent to me. And so this was his experience over there. So I'm just going to play that real quick for you guys.
To go inside the Mandalorian's new Razor Crest. Star Wars invited me out to Los Angeles onto the set of the Mandalorian and Grogu. We started off in this first room where they had the same food truck that Martin Scorsese's character is seen in. I instantly recognized it. We then walked right into the New Republic's
There's
outpost,
Eric Voss,
as seen in the trailer with Mando and Colonel Ward sitting at a table. Mando and Grogu himself paid us a visit, and I can't believe how realistic Grogu looks. From the way his ears and eyes and lips move, he was even speaking to us too. We even got to interact with the new BDX droids. They are literally the cutest droids ever. I love how animated they are, and their little dance moves add so much character to them. This outpost set also had the same bar where we see
Molly Damon. Molly Damon wanted to wrap her legs around one of those.
Zeb make his first live action appearance in The Mandalorian Season 3. So you know I had to take a picture in the same spot. After that, we got to check out some costume concept art and some models and props from the film. It's literally live action Baby Rada the Hutt. Are you kidding me? And check out these Phil Tippett stop motion models. This was insane.
So interesting little factoid here. I believe Star Wars Meg said this. They're trying to say that because there was concept art for the Baby Rada the Hutt, that there's going to be another Clone Wars flashback in this movie. And we just might, you guys, see Anakin and Obi-Wan, or Anakin and Ahsoka dropping off the little retard the Hutt to his parents. And we might get Anakin and Ahsoka in this movie. We might get Hayden's Anakin in this movie as well. And Star Wars Meg was out here trying to push that there's a big secret. The reason that the marketing has been so bad is because they're hiding something epic, and it's one of these. So what does Disney always do when they're desperate? As we all know, they jingle the fucking keys, man. So interesting little tidbit behind that Rada the Hutt action sculpture, action figure, whatever the hell it was, model.
To see in person. Now this next room is quite literally every Star Wars fan's dream, from droids, costumes, prop weapons, creature heads, model.
It's like all Disney too. You notice everything that this guy's listing, it's all Disney Star Wars.
Of the Razor Crest, and even a life-size version of the Inzellan ship. This setup here was useful when they needed to get shots from inside their ship too. And then I got to step inside the same Razor Crest they used for the film. I could not believe I was inside.
Oh my God.
I genuinely did not want to leave this room. I was just completely immersed by every single prop and costume they had on display. We then finished the night at the IMAX headquarters and watched the first 15 minutes of the film on an IMAX screen. It was gorgeous.
Must be nice. And then listen to how he ends the video. Remember what I said, chat? Remember what I said recently? And was it Grizzled Fake Wizard said this as well, that these people are advertisements. These people are advertisements for Disney or James Gunn's DCU or whatever.
I cannot thank Star Wars enough for literally one of the greatest nights of my life. I still can't believe this ever happened, and I'm so incredibly grateful for this opportunity. Be sure to watch The Mandalorian and Grogu in IMAX on May 22nd. What do you
Make sure to watch The Mandalorian and Grogu in IMAX on May 22nd. How about no? How about no? We're all gonna watch myself and my friends spoil the shit out of it and laugh at how terrible it is. People are gonna be watching the Gwifter videos on The Mandalorian and Grogu. They're not gonna be watching The Mandalorian and fucking Grogu. So we got more from this guy now, Raging Rhino. I'll be sure to send you this one as well. We got more from this guy now, and here he is opening his gift basket. Check this out.
Out to Los Angeles onto the set of The Mandalorian and Grogu. They gave us these little Mandalorian goodie bags, so let's take a look in here and see what's inside. First,
goodie bags. Oh, he got a Funko Pop. He got a Funko Pop. Oh, I should have prepared for this to see how much money all of this stuff is worth. Again, you guys, these people are not paid. These people are not paid, ladies and gentlemen, for their support of Disney Star Wars. They're not paid. This guy, is not being paid to come out and tell all of his followers to go see The Mandalorian, as he just said, on May 22nd. These people are not paid.
Things first, I see a Mandalorian with Grogu Funko Pop. I do not have this one yet. And it looks like we got another Funko in here of
2 Funko Pops, God. Anybody who collects Funko Pops, I'm sorry, you're a bitch.
Zeb. I do not have a Zeb Funko yet, so this is awesome. And next we have a little Star Wars Pop Mart, little Grogu blind box. It looks like there's a ton of different options here on the side. I think I want the Force Shield one with the fire. Let's see.
So FYI, Sexplained got one of these as well.
See what we'll get. Let's see. Oh, I got the Grogu that's in the little bag. This is the cutest thing ever.
Oh,
Next,
my God. Gap. We got another Gap. We got another Grogu sexual in the house, as always. What a shock.
See some Black Series figures. We got the Mandalorian and Grogu Black Series figure. And they even included Colonel.
Are those the ones that are $5 at clearance at Walmart, you guys? Have you guys seen that there's already Mandalorian and Grogu merch on clearance at Walmart? I think these might be the action figures. So we got 2 action figures, 2 Funko Pops, and whatever the fuck that grew. That's 5 items. Reminder, again, these people are not paid by Disney.
Awards Sigourney Weaver's new character in the Star Wars universe. And last but not least, we got some beef jerky, some Mandalorian and Grogu beef jerky. I'm gonna have to give this a try. And that was everything that was in this bag. Huge thanks to Star Wars for one of the most unforgettable nights of my entire life. I've been a Star Wars fan.
Next up, we got Eric Voss. Voss's Closet, yo. Actually, if I leave it muted, it might be more bearable to listen to.
Someone crazy at the Adelphi base. Hey guys.
Oh.
So Grogu, are you gonna? Oh, the child. I understand. Are you ever gonna let him ride on your back, or is this just so?
Oh. So, Eric Voss wants to see Din Djarin ride on Grogu's back. Now, I want you guys to think about that for a second. The context of that. Do you think he means it in a, I don't even want to go there.
Oh, I understand. I'm not gonna separate these two. All right, ran into someone crazy.
So anyway, God, okay, scale of 1 to 10, how gay is this picture? God, can he just like not, dude, this guy, like, I'm telling you, dude, this guy's in the closet. This guy, Voss's Closet is real. Look at him, Star Wars Sexplained, who just couldn't help himself. Just couldn't help himself, you guys. He just had to come out and brag about all the access he got. Him and his whore. What is with the Grogu fetish? What is with the Grogu fetish? We got Grogu t-shirt, Grogu poster, retarded Grogu doll, little I think that's the thing they got in that gift basket, and then another Grogu piece of merchandise right there. Then we got another Grogu doll. That we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces of Grogu merchandise in this one shot right here. What a fucking whore. What a Grogu sexual whore.
Special.
We got to go out to LA. We saw Jon Favreau's studio. We saw some of the Mandalorian and Grogu.
Ugh.
We're going to talk about all of that, but we're going to kind of go through it as we went through the day. And basically, it's going to get more spoilery throughout the video. Not that we're going to get into like very specific plot details, but, you know, some people want to go into the movie fully not knowing anything.
So Sexplained got to see, as we mentioned earlier, Sexplained got to see the first 17 minutes of the movie. So they showed this to these guys, and they showed it at CinemaCon last week. So here we go. This is just, brace yourselves for this one, you guys. This is very vomit-inducing, what we're about to watch here.
That this was going to be big moment for me. I don't think I cried. Maybe I teared up a little bit, but
You held it together. I was proud.
there was a lot of other people in the room, and I was like, hold it together. You're a grown woman.
Oh my
No
God.
need to shed tears for this. It was
Molly almost started crying getting to meet the stupid fucking Grogu puppet. What a fucking whore. How embarrassing is that?
pretty crazy just getting to interact with that level of puppet Grogu.
Yeah.
I still aspire one day to meet the fully animatronic one, like kind of like the one that they had at the Oscars that
Mhm.
can move his hands. I just
What in God's name is she gonna do to that? Did that thing? Is that chat? Is that doll? Is his cheeks like actually like that, or like does the doll actually come with the cheeks rosy like that? Or did they just become that way after Molly fucking rubbing that thing so hard against her fucking vag and between her legs and it rubbed the paint off? I don't know, you guys. I gotta be honest with you. I think it's the second one. I think it's the second one, to be perfectly honest with you guys.
hold him. And I was like, can I touch him? And they were like, no.
You may not.
Oh.
You specifically may not. After the
I'm sure that's not the first time Molly Damon asked to touch something or touch someone and they said no.
base bar, we kind of walked across this little alleyway to another building of the studio. And in the lobby, they had a bunch of little props set up, stuff that we've seen in the trailers for the most part. I think they had the sabacc deck of Imperial.
Little tiny pieces in these Anzellan
Oh
ships.
God!
was
Hashtag save Sexplains cat.
crazy.
So while we were already overwhelmed in this prop room, we got two visitors in there as well.
Here we go. Here we go. Kathleen Kennedy. And they made sure to thank Kathleen Kennedy for Jurassic Park and E.T.
Yeah, I mean, talk about being overstimulated already. Out of the corner of my eye, I see another group of people walk in, and Kathleen Kennedy was one of them. And I was like, oh my God, what? So one of the
The
Lucasfilm
woman who used to sign your paychecks.
employees told us Kathleen Kennedy is here. She's just here to be, you know, kind of a fly on the wall, just to observe. I was like, this might be like our only chance to be in the same room as her
Oh,
and get
God.
to talk to her. So I was like, can we say hi?
Can we say hi to Kathy?
My adrenaline was just like pumping so hard. And they were like, yeah, let me go ask. So they go ask, and they said yes. So quickly, quietly, we just walked over and said hi. And
Kathleen Kennedy was probably overjoyed to have fake Star Wars fans, to have somebody walk up to her and like be excited to meet her. I imagine probably anywhere Kathleen Kennedy goes, either people shout insults at her, rightfully so and deserved. People shout out influencers insults at her, or just completely ignore her and don't give a shit. So she was probably overjoyed. And again, there's a reason that they invite these people, right? There's a reason they don't invite, people like, I don't know, Star Wars Theory, who's gotten more and more pro Disney Star Wars as of late. They don't want people like him there. They don't want anyone who has a molecule of criticism towards Disney Star Wars going to these events. They want Sexplained, they want Voss, they want King, and all these others.
said how much she means to us. And I told her like she was a huge inspiration. And you said like,
my
I just said,
God. Now, if you thought that this is ridiculous what Alex just says here. Thanking Kennedy for Jurassic Park.
I
and
told her like
E.T..
she was a huge inspiration. And you said like,
I just said thank you for E.T. and Indiana Jones and
all of my
and
favorite
Jurassic
movies.
Park and like every.
And Indiana Jones. So I said this in the video. That's like thanking the water boy of the New England Patriots for winning the Super Bowl instead of thanking Tom Brady. Yes, thank the woman who brought Steven Spielberg and George Lucas their coffee while they did all the work. Thank her for those movies. Good fucking Christ.
Movie I grew up loving.
yeah. And she was really sweet. And then we were just kind of like, all right, don't want to bother you. And that was it.
I think we nailed it. There's sometimes that we have an interaction with someone that
Well, she ensures that you are the only ones invited to these events. I'm sure she has a lot to do that. Remember, Gina Carano came out and said that it was Kathleen Kennedy who told her to unfollow toxic channels on Twitter whenever she was being disciplined by Disney Lucasfilm. She actually came out and said that Kathleen Kennedy told her to unfollow YouTubers and influencers who are anti-Disney Star Wars, like the Geeks and Gamers, Ryan Kill, and Nerd, and all those guys. And she didn't do it. Remember that. So I think Kathleen Kennedy, you know, maybe not as much as like Favreau and Filoni and some of these others, but like Kathleen Kennedy knows who to invite to these events.
walk away, I'm like, oh, what did I do?
Oh
I
my
had so much
God.
anxiety because I was just like,
I'm about to fucking puke, you guys.
can't believe this is happening on top of everything else that's happening. I was not expecting this. That was incredible. And I don't think any of the Lucasfilm people know that, like, how much that means to us.
Not long after, Jon Favreau came wandering in.
Oh, of course,
That-
Jon Favreau walks in. Jon Favreau walks in. Now, I said this in the video as well. Jon Favreau loves these shills. Jon Favreau watches the reaction channels as well.
I was kind of thinking that he might be there.
This was his studio.
Right.
Yeah. He was really excited to talk to us. Or he
Oh,
seemed
see, of course Jon Favreau. Yeah, of course he was. He wants people to kiss his ass. See, I think another part of this, you guys, I think another part of this is that these execs like Kathleen Kennedy, Favreau, they love having fake fans come in and kiss their asses. They want people like, hey, who can we bring in who's going to kiss our ass? Who can we bring in who's positive all the time? Oh, we'll bring in Eric Voss. We'll bring in the Sexplains because they have large channels and they're just absolutely going to kiss our asses if we bring them in and stroke their own ego. And then they lie to themselves. They lie to themselves and say that these people, Star Wars Sexplained, Eric Voss, Carly King, what was the other guy's name? Fucking Luke's Outpost. These people represent a majority of the Star Wars fandom. They bring these people in and then they lie to themselves and say that these people represent a majority of the Star Wars fandom. These fuckers right here. Right here. I don't have the fucking, anyway, the people from the fucking shill photo. I'm going to put the photo up real quick. Give me a second. I got it right here. Give me just a second, you guys. 3, 2, 1. There it is. These people right here. They lie to themselves and say that these people right here represent a majority of the fandom. And how these people feel is how a majority of the Star Wars fandom as a whole feels about Disney Star Wars.
he seemed that way.
Yeah, that's the one thing I wanted to highlight from him was his just overall enthusiasm and excitement to share everything. And he's like, this has been 8 years of my life,
Mhm.
and was so excited to point things out and had a great sense of humor about things because he pointed at one of the Tauntaun maquettes from the universally acclaimed Super Bowl spot, as he called it.
Universally loved.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which everybody got a kick out of.
Everyone had a chuckle over that, but yeah.
Oh yeah, because Kathleen Kennedy was standing right next to me when he said that, and I laughed, and I was like, I liked it. And she laughed at that.
He was pointing out.
So what are you saying, that even they knew that it was terrible? Molly's like, I like the Super Bowl ad. What a fucking dumb.
There were a bunch of like bird cages.
See what I mean? See what I mean? They invite these people who are going to kiss their asses, and then Molly's like, I like the Super Bowl ad. What a whore, bro.
On the wall, and he said that they were all filled with creatures made by I think it was Legacy Effects that made those, but the interns at Legacy Effects
Yeah.
of just like, let's let the people who don't usually get to just make something wild put some stuff that'll be in the movie. And a lot of them were very, very bird-like, but the one that caught my eye was like this little crustacean thing.
Yeah.
Like, what's it doing in a bird?
Oh my God. Okay, moving on. I can't just kissing their asses. This whole video is just how can we kiss their asses to make sure that I think they're trying to get invited to the premiere. They're trying to get invited to the premiere. A lot of these people are. Okay, let's move on a little bit. Let's see, where did I leave off at? We're gonna jump ahead about a minute, you guys.
That John probably wouldn't answer, and not realizing Kathleen Kennedy was standing right next to me, and she heard me say that, and she was like, "Ah, you'd be surprised. John loves to talk." And I was like, "Okay." You know, I was like, "Oh God." He said, "Does anyone else have any other questions?" And we weren't really prepared for this to be like a Q&A or anything, so I didn't really have an actual question. I just had some random thoughts of like story beats that I was like, he's not going to answer these. But Kathy turns to me and was like, she had a question.
And then John turns around and looks at you.
How many views does this have? I'm just curious. 29,000 views. Wow. I mean, 834K subscribers.
And you were so caught off guard that you kind of looked at me.
I did. I was like, what?
And then I was like panicking, and I was about to just be
Yeah,
like,
because Molly isn't even a real fan and has no idea what to ask.
where's Cobb Vanth? Like, I didn't have a question
When's the Ray movie coming out?
ready.
Yeah, it took me a couple of seconds to like realize what was going on,
Yeah,
and I
no
wasn't
shit.
dreaming. I was like,
Knights of Melvin, did you see where Molly said to Kathleen Kennedy that she liked the Super Bowl ad? Hilarious.
wait, okay, I do have a question. Obviously, if this was like a true interview Q&A kind of discussion, I would have thought of like a more meaningful question for John. But at the time I was like, I think I know what he kind of like wants to talk about. And it's like, what's in this room?
Good
So I asked John
God.
Favreau, where did the new Razor Crest come from? And he said, let me show you. And everybody was like, what?
Oh my God.
Which that kid,
Good Lord. I just gotta say as well, like, this just seems so fucking boring. Like, if I were at one of these events, I probably would have left. Like, everything I've seen from all these people, everything I'm hearing Sexplain talk about, like, I'd just be like, even if I were a fan of this shit, I would have gotten so bored listening to these people fucking kiss each other's asses all day. I'd just be like, I gotta get the fuck out of here, dude. I just gotta get the fuck out of here, dude. It's that bad.